Hey guys, welcome to this next episode of Q2 Theory. I'm your host, JC, and today we're going to look at a very interesting video. I saw this, I thought it was extremely weird and crazy, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. We're going to see what happened to this particular coach at a basketball coach for a girls basketball team. We're going to take a look at this video, what happened to him, then we're going to talk about it a bit after. Alright, so watch the video and I'll see you right after.
We're destined for good things. We're destined for good things. We're destined for good things.
For the second time this week, the girls' JV basketball team at Aurora Valley High School competed without their head coach, who also coaches the varsity team. Michael Anderson is serving a 2-game suspension after his varsity team defeated Bloomington High School last week 161-2. Players' parents don't agree.
I feel it's very wrong. I feel like, what are you guys teaching the kids? To lose and not be rewarded? Are you teaching them to be a loser?
The coach has been criticized for not taking his starters out of the game until the third period. Some say he ran up the score. Myra Lopez was at the game and says Anderson did have his team run down the shot clock before they took their shots.
I think he was just trying to give the other team a chance at least so they can go ahead and try to make some scores.
Anderson is a walk-on coach, and the school district says the suspension is really a lesson in compassion for your opponent.
All right, everybody, so now that you've seen the video, you can see how kind of crazy it is that this coach would be punished for his team winning a basketball game. Like, how insane is that for the school to actually punish a coach because he trains his team to win? That's basically what happened. And I think one of the big problems is that that's one of the things we're sort of training our generation to do, where we're really penalizing excellence but rewarding mediocrity. And that's one of the things you want to watch out for, right? I mean, it's easy to look at and you can see just how crazy that is, that this coach would get suspended for this, right? But let's look at ourselves for a moment, right? This is like a really extreme example, even though it actually happened in real life. But in what areas in our own lives have we been accepting mediocrity? What areas in our own lives have we been not striving for excellence, but then being okay with that, making excuses for the way we are in different areas, making excuses for why we don't achieve, why we don't go for better, why we don't go for greatness, right? That's one thing we've got to definitely be on the lookout for and make sure that we ourselves aren't being caught up in that mediocrity, right? So, I mean, when you look at that, we see all this stuff, and that's what's affecting this generation. Is you got a lot of kids who don't even know how to go for greatness, don't know how to achieve, don't know how to do and accomplish the goals that they have. And the reason being is because they've been trained. We've got a whole generation now who's been trained to be okay with mediocrity, who's been trained to be okay with doing less than they could do, achieving less than they could or should achieve, right? But in the real world, in real life, things don't work that way. If you want to accomplish, you have to go for it. If you want to achieve, you have to really commit. You've got to really go at it, right? I mean, look at me. I'm an honors student. I didn't get that just by being mediocre in my studies. I study hard. I am finishing assignments way ahead of schedule because I know I want to achieve greatness inside of my schooling. I want to achieve that greatness, and that's what we have to be doing in every area of our lives. Don't settle for mediocrity, because no one who goes and settles for mediocrity can accomplish great goals. You can never accomplish great goals when you settle for mediocrity. So let's not settle, right? Let's go for greater, go for our goals, and I will see you in the future, because remember, we are all destined for good things. Peace.
Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.